job at some party. Wow. And he was just like, yeah, no, I just felt really uncomfortable with that. Hand job, huh?
Look at that. Guess who's back? Back again. I'm Big Pat. Joe's my friend. Sorry, that might have been awkward for y'all, but we're kind of happy. Why are we kind of happy? Let's start off real quick with you see this awesome backdrop here? Yeah. How about them Bills? Bills Mafia. Well, shout out
Shut
to
your
my
whore
wife.
mouth.
Shout out to my wife, my beautiful wife who made this for me. Thanks, babe. Um, well, we're here again for everybody who comes back to check us out. We appreciate you, like always. We appreciate your support. We appreciate the love, and hopefully,
Little ball
maybe we'll
tickle.
make a little ball tickle. Maybe make a connection. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of different topics that anybody can talk about at any given time. Um, you hear a lot of people talk about a lot of different things, and a lot of people repeat what somebody else says. We don't really try to do that here. Here, when we have a safety meeting, we like to talk about some real shit. And tonight, I think we should talk about some real shit. Some real shit. I'm not talking about the stuff you see on the television. We're not talking about the news or conspiracies. We're not talking about any of that. We're talking about real shit. We're going to talk about the big D. No, I'm not talking about a big penis. I'm not talking about Dallas. I'm not even talking about divorce. We're talking about the other big D. There's one that nobody doesn't want to talk about. Depression.
I thought you were going
It
to
could
say
get
low
deep.
testosterone.
Low testosterone. No, we're going to talk about depression because it's something that we all experience as human beings, whether it's momentarily or it's continuous in some way, shape, or form. We've all dealt with it. We've all dealt with these negative feelings that we have inside of us. And a lot of people don't know how to handle it or how to deal with it or how to make them go away. To be honest with you, I don't know how to make it go away either. I don't know what it is that you're going through in your life that has gotten you to that point where you feel the way you do. And I'm sorry that you've gotten to this point. I just hope maybe you take a little comfort in tonight's episode of Safety Meeting. Oh shit, where's my phone?
The safety meeting, people.
Safety Meeting.
See, this might sound a little crazy, but regardless of what most people are going through that made them to get there, I kind of think I do know what to do to get you out of that funk. So I wanted to
What's
have this conversation. Like, and the only reason why I say that I know is, I'm gonna be real, I've been battling depression most of my life. I'm in my 30s and I've been battling depression for almost 15, 20 years now. I've seen psychiatrists, therapists, you know, I've been labeled so many different things by so many different people. And they all thought they had the answer when really, the first thing you have to do, and it's going to sound fucked up and it's going to sound harsh, you have to realize 90% of the time you're the cause for the reason why your life is where it's at. It's just real. And that's what's the hardest
real
pill
shit.
that is the hardest pill to swallow. Like, you are your own worst fucking enemy. And it may sound stupid to some people, may sound weird, but literally the biggest thing and the most important thing you can do when you start to feel down and out, and you feel like you ain't worth shit and there ain't no reason to keep pushing forward, that's when you need to push yourself the most. That, if you don't work out, that's when you need to start going working out. You need to go for that long run, even if you don't
But
run.
sometimes, but sometimes for some people, It's just hard being able to muster up the energy to even attempt to make change.
which I
You
understand
know,
100%.
like each person deals with everything differently. You said you like to work out. You find it, you relieve stress through, you know,
Well, I'm.
physical labor, so to speak. But
It's not necessarily that I like it. It's just more the science behind it. Like it literally releases endorphins into your brain that make you feel better about yourself. The whole act of going, it doesn't even have to be running. You know what I mean? It could just be fucking walking up and down your steps 10 times in a row to make yourself fucking heart pumping, make yourself feel alive. That's what I mean. Like the reason why it's hard for you to muster that energy is because you got stagnant. You know what I'm saying? Like your
so, but
body
what do you
itself
think?
is
Where
water.
where do you where do you think depression comes from? Where do you think it stems from? Like, is it just is it like one of those,
Our own
kind of
personal
scary
insecurities.
like are is it I'm saying, like, is it one of those scary words out there like cancer,
I mean,
and
that's I
something
think
people don't like to talk about?
I think that's a big problem with it is that people don't want to talk about it. Honestly, you want to know what I think the biggest problem with it is that me and you can be sitting in the same room and you can look into my eyes and you can see the pain in my eyes, but you don't have the care enough to say, you all right? Sometimes that's the most somebody needs. It's just someone to say, you all right? And just listen to them. Like, there was a story about a man that was getting ready to jump off of a bridge, and the cop sitting there comes up and goes to talk to him to save his life. And the cop sat there for 3 hours, didn't say a word, just let the man talk. Let the man talk himself off the bridge. It's not that the man wanted to die, he just wanted someone to listen. Like, there's certain times people, we all get these emotions flowing through our heads and through our bodies, and we feel like no one is hearing us. And literally, we feel like we're drowning. That's why it's important, even if you don't fucking know somebody, if you see the pain in their eyes, just as the fact that you're a human and they're a human, just ask them what's wrong. Sometimes the simple courtesy of just saying, just acknowledging that someone's in pain is enough to give them the motivation to do something about it.
Right, to clean themselves up, to to
Like
you
a lot
know
of the, a lot
change
of
change focus.
a lot of the times people ain't got, and I'm just only using this as like a metaphor. Sometimes people ain't got the ability to get off the couch and do it, not because they can't muster the energy, because they don't see the point. What's the point?
Facts.
I'm not worth it. It's just not gonna work out for me anyways. Doesn't matter if I
or
diet. Like,
or what's the point? I got shit to do tomorrow. Or, what's the point? I ain't got to be nowhere. Or, you know what I mean? But there is a point. There's the you know everybody has daily routines. Okay,
yeah,
whether you believe you do or not, we all have these daily routines. And if something comes along and you get knocked off your routine, eventually your sense of balance is off. Now, coronavirus has shifted and knocked everybody off of their feet, the whole world. And it's affected everybody everywhere. And for some, it's harder than others. For some, there's no, like, there's no rainbow at the end of the road. But for others, everyone's optimistic. It's all on how you interpret it. And it's been hard for a lot of people, a lot of parents, to have to, like, a lot of households, like, both mom and dad work, you know what I mean? And the kids go to school. And, well, now the kids aren't going to school in person. Now they're staying home. So once somebody's got to end up giving up their job to be able to be home to make sure that their kid is in school and doing what they're supposed to, because a lot of them, you know, are teenagers to little ones, and they need somebody to make sure that they stay on task. You know what I mean? So, like, for parents out there that been going through something similar to that, you just got to keep focused on the task at hand, no matter if it's in person or over a computer or through a tutor, whatever the scenario may be. Your job is to keep them on task, and it is a
Yeah,
full-time thing, and it can be stressful, and it can be overwhelming because, yeah, we're
but
parents, but it doesn't mean we have the answers for everything.
that's what you
You know what I
signed up
mean?
for. That's what you signed up for when you signed that birth certificate, man.
But I just telling you, like, I want those parents to know that
Oh no, I get what you're
as
saying.
stressful as that is, you got to keep at it, and you got to stay persistent, and you got to stay influential in their lives to keep them in the direction that they need to keep going. Because right now there's a million and one distractions all around the world for these kids, right? And these kids, we think about us as adults, we're going through our spats of sadness or depression. How do you think these kids feel? You know what I mean? These kids, from kindergarten all the way up to high school. I mean, you and I both know we got a niece that ended up graduating, but she didn't even get to graduate because of COVID. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That that
Well,
didn't
she
work.
still. Well, no, she still got to walk across stage.
Right, but you think about how many loops she had to do it, and it took everybody to come to a consensus to make it happen.
It
You know
was
what I
just.
mean?
It was just that you were only allowed. I think it was only allowed two family members, and then
But
you
but
just
no matter
social
what, they still
distance
stayed. They
everybody.
still. So it's like, parents, you're doing a great job. And if you don't
Not
think
all of
you
you.
are, not all
I'm
of you.
not all of you. I'm sorry. I'm not going to give everybody the cop out, bro. See that, and that's why I wanted to have this conversation because I already knew coming into it, me and you weren't going to have 100% the same view. Because a lot of people were willing to give these people the cop out and saying, yeah, shit's hard right now. Just keep pushing.
Give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. When I'm sorry, if you can't keep your kid on task now, that means you weren't keeping your kid on task before. It means you're the same parent that got mad at your teacher, got mad at your kid's teacher because your kid wasn't doing what they were supposed to in school. These are just my opinions, people. If you don't like them, I'm sorry. But that's just how I view it. Like, yeah, it is stressful. It's different for all of us. But that's not a reason to say I want to give
Never,
up.
not everybody's on the same level. You know.
Oh no, I get it. That's why I said, like, I'm sorry if you don't like it, but this is just my opinion.
I mean, I respect your opinion. That's what I always have. You always keep it real. But
Like,
and in the same token, though, I mean, just people can just can be overwhelmed by the never-ending variables. And then we're not just talking about Corona anymore. We're not just talking about school. Just in life, there's too many variables. There's too many, and it's hard because your mind will send you in a million different directions.
and I think in
And
those instances,
sometimes
people
the
need to
the
be all right with
direction is
change.
right, changes everything. Because
That,
what you said, you're absolutely right, is the fact that a lot of people get depressed because of something within themselves, and the only way that you can do anything about it is to do something about it. Like, you know what I mean? You could go and you could blame the world for your problems, or you could just take accountability and the fact that possibly you made some poor life choices, and you have to deal with the repercussions of it and move forward.
I
You
fuck up
can't
every
dwell
day.
on you can't dwell on what happened in the past. What happened in the past was the past. We don't live in the past. It's physically impossible. However, we live in the now, and we can prepare for the future.
See, you know
And the
my
future,
opinion on this one. The past is who makes me who I am today. Like I don't live in the past, but I'm never gonna forget it. That's who makes me who I am. I'm always gonna be that high
right?
school dropout. I'm always gonna be that
It's part of
ex-con.
your past is part of the foundation to who you are.
Like I don't look at those as bad things. I look at those as
Good,
things.
bad,
Look,
and indifferent.
I take that and look at it as that's where I've come from. That doesn't define who I am. That just shows you my starting point. That just shows you how much harder I had to work for to get the same thing as you. Like, legitimately, by the statistics, I'm not supposed to be where I am today. Like, I'm not like rich and millionaire out here living luxury. I still live paycheck to paycheck like most Americans, but I'm not supposed to be where I'm at today. And I wouldn't have got here if every step of the way I
was
blame
positive.
someone. Yeah, if everything was positive. But no, that's not where I was really going with it. If I would have blamed someone else every step of the way, then I wouldn't have made it. I would have ended up back in jail. I would have ended up being one of these drunk guys underneath the bridge somewhere, not having nothing. You know?
See, I've dealt with many different bouts of depression throughout my life as well. We all come from different backgrounds, and we've all endured different hardships throughout life. And I don't live in my past, but sometimes you have to reflect on where those moments in life that you did go wrong as a reminder of
Yeah.
how it made you feel, of what you went through, and use that to remind yourself that you've been here before and you can do it again. It doesn't mean you get stuck there. You just focus on the now. And it, you know, we all have doubts within ourselves. We all have, insecurities. And I don't know, sometimes you could just turn them off, and sometimes they just run wild. And no matter what it is, you gotta just figure out how to occupy your physically occupy yourself in some way, shape, or form. I find music therapeutic in
Oh,
those moments
100%.
when I'm feeling at a place. I mean, music is the ultimate therapy. If people paid attention, music can heal the world. But so I use that, or I go and I'll sing things people don't really know, might not know about me, is that I love to sing, and the louder I sing, the more better I feel on the inside. It's therapeutic. You just let it all out. Whether it sounds good or bad, it doesn't matter. You're still just letting it all out and releasing emotion.
I only sing to my
Um,
kids.
or sometimes I write a poem, or sometimes I get mad. I'll take my depression and I'll turn it into anger, and it's a little bit unhealthy. It's not a really good way to approach it, but sometimes, especially in my life, because I've had different doubts and I've had different spats of insecurity, like I use that anger as a motivation, because I'll get mad at myself for letting myself get to this low point that I don't deserve to be at. Because first and foremost, if you wake up in the morning, you're already a blessed person, because not a lot of people get that chance every single day. So right out the gate, opening your eyes, that's a gift. You shouldn't think of it as a curse that today is going to be like yesterday. It can't be like yesterday. Yesterday's already come and gone. Now you're focused on today and you open your eyes. So
See,
therefore, you have a second chance at doing whatever it is that wronged you as a person, and you can correct that. And sometimes, just it's like this. Like, if people need three basic things in life, right? They need food, they need shelter, and they need love. They need those three things to survive. Okay. And
you don't need love.
if you do need love, Joe,
No,
you can't. You're full of shit if you're gonna tell me that you don't need it
you don't need it. Love is not, you don't need love to survive. I think we've had this
to
conversation.
survive happily. You need love.
Mm,
If not, you're just gonna be a lonely, poor soul who's depressed.
I mean, but happiness isn't
And
everything.
I know it's not everything, but it is in my life.
I
And I
know.
strive to be happy, and I strive to make
But
others
see,
happy.
I don't know, man. I just feel like people need to take more accountability.
Yes, you
As
absolutely have to take accountability
because that's the
for
biggest
everything,
problem with all of
everything,
this.
for everything that your body is telling you that's wrong and it's making you feel that way. It's because of you and your actions.
But see
Not
what
in all instances. Sometimes people go into a depression because they'll lose a loved one and they don't know how to mourn correctly or mourn enough to be able to move on immediately. So like those people, like I understand, but look, the only thing that we're ever guaranteed in life is that we're going to die, right? So just accept that and don't fear it, because when you fear it, you're going to do everything you can to prevent yourself from dying. And in doing so, you've never lived. Where if you live your whole life as if you thought today was your last day, you're never going to have a regret because you did that thing. You told that person that you loved them. You know, you told somebody, you held the door for somebody, and whatever, you know. I mean, I don't live to appease others, but I like to make people happy. I like to talk to strangers, especially the ones that look down. The people that look like they need somebody in their lives to just interject for a moment and recognize them. I am that guy. I'm that guy that will go find you. I'm that guy that will give you a hug. Because there's been so many times in my life where when I've needed that guy, he was never around. So I had to become that guy. We have the tools to overcome anything. It's just all in your head, man. Everything that you ever experience, good, bad, or evil, is all in your head. And you're only fighting with yourself, trying to make that conscientious decision on whether or not the choice that you made was right, because you may not be able to accept the result of your action. But if it wasn't supposed to happen, then it wouldn't have. So ultimately, it was the right choice. Not every choice is going to be the right one. There's plenty of wrong ones. That's the balance. You're supposed to fuck up. You're supposed to hurt people. You know, it's not intended, but that's just how it goes. You're supposed to, just can't, you can't always dwell. Like, I have, I have a personal internal conflict with myself at times because I always wonder if, and it's my biggest fear. I always wonder that maybe I don't ever live up to the standards I created for myself as a man. And because of that, I start to question myself. I question my abilities. I question my own advice. I question the things I say to others. But yet, I just look at my family and I see the results. And I know that I'm doing it right. And that reassurance for me is all that I need. The outside world doesn't really matter that much. Your inner circle, the people you hold as clear, dearest to your hearts, they're the ones will tell you if you're doing right or wrong. I don't know. I feel like I'm just mumbling a little bit, but you seem to be listening. What do you got?
Not really. I've zoned you out, bro. You've been talking for like 15 minutes. Every time I try to
Yeah.
talk, every time I try to talk, you just cut me off as soon as I bring up any point. You just, nope, nope, nope. Listen to this. So I'm just going to let this be the Pat show. I'll just sit off in the corner and smoke. You can keep rambling.
Welcome. That is a pretty big point you got this evening.
Oh, because I had some points, but I don't have them anymore because I've done forgot them all. I tried to throw them out. And Bam, nigga, stop talking. See? Some people just don't know how to listen to other people. And they only hear their own voice.
Well, I'm listening now.
Yeah, but I've lost all my points now.
Nah, you didn't lose them.
Oh, no. I've lost them. They're gone. Just, I don't know. That's how life goes, though, people. It is the roll of the dice. Sometimes you got it, sometimes you don't. But you seemed very passionate about whatever it was you were talking about.
Because I am. I carry passion in everything I say.
I feel that. Oh no, I don't have encouraging words for this whole episode. Everything that I had to say was completely opposite of what you just said.
That's okay.
Like
It's
literally,
important to have a difference of opinion.
everybody in this fucking generation is nothing but a bunch of crybabies. All of you. That's all you guys do. You want to whine about your fucking problems. Oh, I lost my job. My kids don't listen. Well, then make your kids listen. Go find a new fucking job. Do something about it. Stop being a fucking crybaby. Like, honestly, that's what I believe people need. They just need a kick in the fucking ass. Dead ass. I'm not like, I don't believe that love cures the world. I believe someone being a blunt asshole to you and telling you, listen, you fucked up, now go fucking change it. That's what gets results. Because that's how I am. If you come to me all nice, and you know this, Pat, you've been my boss. If you come to me nicely and you say, hey, man, you know, you're not really doing this right, I'm not going to listen to you. But if you come up to me and you're like, dude, why the fuck are you being an idiot? Like, do it this way. I'm just going to change it because then I know, okay. I'm making myself look like a fucking dumbass right now. Because honestly, that's what sometimes people need to understand is you're making yourself look like a fucking idiot. You're over here crying over some bullshit while the rest of us are going through the same shit. Because like you said, you don't know what someone's been through, but you know someone that's been through it. That's what people don't understand. Or I've been through it myself. You know what I mean? That's why I was trying to lead off with this episode saying that I've battled depression my whole life. Like for many different things. It's not always the same fucking thing. Like to the point, some of these things have had me to the point where I've had the gun in my hand ready to kill myself. And by the grace of God, I'm still here. Like, so I understand it. But in those instances, the person and the voice that I heard telling me, dude, you're being a fucking idiot, look at yourself, was myself. Like which you gotta be your harshest critic. Like, I don't know, man. Like I just feel like an asshole with everything I'm saying right now. But if that's the truth, then that's the truth. If you guys view me as an asshole, then I'm sorry. But you know, maybe you shouldn't be crying.
We are our own worst
All right.
critics, though.
Like not to be rude, but like you said, the only thing anybody's guaranteed is death. So with that theory, we all lose our mother, we all lose our father, we've all lost our grandfather, our grandmother. Like some of us may have not lost them yet, but some of us are still mentally prepared for it. You know what I'm saying? Like we've all lost somebody though. We all know what it feels to lose somebody. Yeah, granted, I don't know what it feels like to lose your grandmother because she's not my grandmother. I didn't have that relationship. But you can't tell me that my friend Johnny that died, I don't have a friend Johnny that died, by the way, I'm just using it as an example, wasn't as close to me as your grandmother was to you. You know what I'm saying? But because it's your pain, it's different. No, it ain't fucking different. It's the same pain. Like, I tell my son this shit all the time, and I mean this for physical pain, not really emotional pain, but it's still the same concept. Sometimes when you have a problem like this and you feel that emotional pain, the best thing for you to do is to feel it and then let it go. All right? If you're sitting there and you're nailing something into the wall and you accidentally fucking hit your thumb, and I don't care if you bust the thumb open and you're bleeding, let yourself feel it for a second and then shake your hand and tell yourself it don't hurt no more and keep on fucking going. But the moment you sit there and go, oh, my hand, my hand, my hand, and you're just sitting there all day thinking about your hand, it's always gonna fucking hurt. That's why they give you painkillers. Painkillers don't take the pain away. They just tell your brain that the fucking thumb don't hurt no more. It masks it. All right. You don't need that shit. You can do that shit for yourself.
Right. I like
All
to
right.
smoke marijuana. That helps me with a lot of things.
Yeah, it helps me too because you know what it makes me do is it makes me sit back and realize. All
It
right.
helps me with joint pain. It helps me with brain stimulation.
Yeah.
It
Like,
helps me focus at times.
and like, as weird as this all sounds, the fact that you kept on over talking to me earlier and made me feel some type of way kind of works out perfect for this episode. Because, yeah, I was a little shut down, people. I was in my feelings for a second because I'm like, damn, I got some points and he just ain't trying to listen, which is how a lot of you feel when you're depressed is I'm just trying to tell you, you don't want to listen. Why ain't you listening to me? But you know what I said? All right, bet. I'm just going to sit back, smoke this blunt, let him talk. He's eventually going to run out of shit to say. I know Pat. He can only go for about 15, 20 minutes. He's going to sit there and be like, so, Joe, you got anything to say, or is this just gonna be me? And then I'm gonna be a dick for a minute and just let y'all know. Like, I get where he's coming from, man. Maybe this is why this shit works for us, because we're yin and yang. Like, he's all lovey-dovey, hold you and cuddle you and give you a hug and tell you everything's all right. And I'm the guy that's gonna come up and grab you around the shoulder and like, listen, you're a fucking idiot. I love you, but you're an idiot. Now let's go fix it. All right.
Because words are
Like,
powerful, man.
yeah. That's why, like when I don't know, I keep on going back with how I raised myself with JJ. Because like I tell him all the time, my worst fear growing up was growing up to be my father. And man, when I have to yell at him sometimes, I feel like my daddy. You know what I'm saying? It just comes out because it's natural. Because that's the shit that I heard, and I'm sitting here and I'm seeing you do some shit that I know is stupid as an adult, but it's some shit that I did as a kid too, and I know I got yelled at for it. So when I'm sitting there yelling at him, I hear it, and I'm like, oh damn. So like I yell at him, and then I always come up to
Yeah,
him later, and I spit it down
but
to him real, and I'm like, listen, I'm like, you understand why I said what I said, right? Which is something my pops never did to me. My mom never did it to me. They would just say fucked up shit and then, just cruise with it. You know?
right.
Like, so I always break it. Like, I don't say fucked up shit to them, but I feel bad for having to yell at them the way I do. Like, cause why can't you just listen? Like you 11 years old. You 11 years old, you gotta, brush your teeth and wash your hair. Like, bro, like I know you smell yourself, like, which is another thing with a lot of you people in depression. Just take a shower, man. Sometimes a simple act of just taking a shower will change your whole day. A smile, as little as it may seem, a smile can change your day. I've been saying this shit to people for years and they look at me like I'm crazy, but it works, man. Find a stupid reason to smile when you feel pissed off and tell me it don't change your day. Because there ain't no way you can smile and be pissed off. While you're smiling, you're having that happy thought. It's just a fact.
True.
Like,
A smile is more contagious than any virus.
there's a science to this shit, man.
And it
And
sucks too, right? I don't want to cut you off, but it sucks too because now we're all masked. So even if you wanted to
yeah,
smile at somebody, they can't see it.
you can still tell when someone's smiling at you. If you know how to look for facial recognition things, you can still tell someone's smiling at you, man. Like your eyes squint a little bit, your cheekbones raise, like all right here gets tighter. You can just tell. Like your posture changes.
Everybody I see looks angry all the time.
Yeah, because most people are. A lot of people,
Exactly.
especially if you're going somewhere where they're working, because a lot of people are sitting there working, pissed off, thinking, "Man, I want to be home and unemployment, doing nothing." Like, yo, really, this shit's not fun. But a lot of us do it because A, we think it's safer, or B, because we have no other choice. Like, it's not that we want to be home, doing nothing, but why would I lose my job to go find another job just to say that I'm working during the pandemic along with you? Like a lot of us have a job that we would make a lot less money working at your job, bro. Like I'm sorry to say it. Like a lot of us make more money than the guy working at McDonald's or the guy working in Walmart. Like I understand,
Because
like
those are
there's
entry level jobs though.
yeah, but those are a lot of the people that
Mm.
are pissed off about having to be at work. Those are the encounters that we have on a daily basis. The retail people, you know what I mean, the shit like that. The people at McDonald's, Walmart, the gas
Right.
station.
Essential.
Essential, which really means nothing but sacrificial. Like, I
Yeah.
really hope that in 10 years, you guys all get a big ass lawsuit for having to work through this shit. Like, because it's just not cool, man. Like, maybe, like, not to get off topic, but maybe as a world, as a global thing, we all should have just said, yeah, maybe we should stay inside for a little bit, figure out what this is, and then go move on with our lives.
This is just a moment. And like all moments, this one will pass.
Which is just like depression. All right. Depression is nothing more than an emotion, and emotions are ever fleeting. All right. Emotions are just energies that are passed on from one person to the next. All right. So if you are in a spat of depression right now, just understand that this energy is going to move on, but it doesn't move on unless you push it away. If you wake up in the morning and you let yourself carry over the bullshit from yesterday, that's your fault. All right. If your
Okay, well,
girlfriend,
okay,
if
let's
if your girlfriend cheated on you today and you wake up tomorrow and you let that shit ruin tomorrow because she cheated on you yesterday, that's your fault. Yeah, I understand she cheated on you. That's her fault for cheating on you. But that's your fault for waking up tomorrow and letting it still fucking bother you to the point where you're gonna let it ruin your day. And that's coming from a person who's realized that I carry shit and I let that shit build up. And then the next day I'm still pissed off. And the next day I'm still pissed off. And the next day I'm still pissed off until I blow the fuck up. That shit's not healthy.
nope.
Like,
It's toxic.
let that shit go out in your dreams the way it's meant to. Because that's how it works out. People realize it or not. Every emotion that you feel throughout the day, every face that you see, all that shit gets re-registered and pushed out in your fucking dreams at night. Sometimes that's why you wake up with nightmares, because that's you were just in a bad emotion at the time. Let yourself get through it. Your body, like I was trying to say earlier, your body is made mainly of water. What happens to water when it gets stagnant and stops moving? Or it stops moving, it gets stagnant, right? Gets turns into swamp water, gets all nasty, you can't drink it, shit starts to be
It's
able to not
cloudy.
live in it. The only thing that can live in it is like bacterias and nasty shit. So your body does the same thing, man. That's why I believe when you start to get depressed, you need to work out. Because most of us, the first thing we do when we get depressed is we sit on the couch and we either binge watch TV, look at our cell phones, or play video games. Take just some
Overeat,
overeat,
snack on shit.
take our minds off of whatever the issue is. That's why I believe, even if it's just you go out your house and you take a fucking walk around your block 4 times, Do something because you
It's
doing
not illegal to
something.
go outside yet.
No, but you doing something. Even you all right, sit here and do push-ups and sit-ups and jog in place in your house. Do something. Get your body moving. Get that water flowing. Get your body from that stagnant state so that you start to feel better about yourself and the energy can pass and move through it because energy will not pass through dead water, people, but it will pass through clean water. Like,
Facts. If you any of y'all can relate to this, why don't you go ahead, if you would please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because this is real shit. We're not
yeah,
afraid to talk about it.
like I don't know, man. People like to try
Okay,
to.
but what about so there's different kinds of people, obviously, all over the place, and some feed off of the energy, and some have the ability to feel the energy everywhere. They call them empaths, right? I'd
Yeah.
like to believe I'm an empath because I feel energy. I feel it all the time. I know walking into a room if it's a good room to be in or not. That's just who I am. Is what I've developed it, or I don't know, chose to develop. I guess I don't know. But what about those people? So what about those people that feel depressed not because of their life, not because of what they have, because they're blessed?
Oh no, I get
So
that.
now you start to feel depressed because you feel the world around you hurting. You feel the people hurting. They're hurting or they're angry. And it's tough because it's not supposed to be that way. We're supposed to be with each other. We're supposed to congregate. We're supposed to, you know what I mean, rejoice in the fact that we're fucking live and everybody's scared to talk to one another. And so as an empath, I feel that energy all the time around me and it hurts me. Like when I go out in public, I could be in a great mood, but then I walk into the store and the whole energy changes and everybody looks sus. And yeah, suspect. That's a short word in case anybody didn't know that. I learned that
So
one from my kid.
so what
What
is
do you
the
think? I don't know.
what is the only other type? Because I've actually done a lot of research on Erica went to
See,
school for a while for psychology, right? So I've done a lot of research, and like I've said people earlier in here, I've seen a lot of therapists and psychologists. So I always wanted to figure out why they said these things about me. So I studied psychology with her for a little bit while she was going to school for it, right? And then I've done research since then about empaths and psychopaths, sociopaths. What other type of person does that? Feels other people's energies.
I can't think of the word, but it's like an extrovert.
Well, all right, yeah, but that's not what I meant though. It's actually a psychopath.
I
A psychopath
psychopath.
has the ability to walk into a room and feel as everybody's energy. That's why they have more success of being able to manipulate you. It's not the fact that not necessarily that all of them don't have emotion, which they have emotion. They just don't feel remorse. They just don't give a fuck about your feelings, essentially. All right. That's what makes them unique and not a sociopath. All right. So they have the ability to walk into the room and feel your emotions. So, in my opinion,
I'm a psychopath.
no, no, because you are a true empath because you actually feel bad for these people, or you actually want to help that person that's in anger and make you feel as if you don't need to feel that way. All right. Okay,
I,
go
I,
ahead.
I had, I just had a quick thought about this. Now, being the fact that I did admit that I was an empath. So here's the thing, and because I feel so, I feel like recently we were talking, and I believe it was on Strain 7 Shadow Game when we were talking with Kyle.
Yep.
Um, and talking about how that little boy, uh, I think it was in Australia or whatever it was, um, the the dwarf kid that
Yep. Yep.
wanted to kill himself.
Yeah, how you felt bad about that?
Dude, I felt something fierce. Like that made me cry. You know what I mean? Like I watched this video. I remember specifically I was in a McDonald's parking lot and I was eating some lunch and I'm watching this video and if fucking I cried my eyes out. And that was right after that I made my first ever video talking
Yeah, I remember
to
it.
you guys because it made me feel that some kind of way. And then to come full circle a little, a year later and to find out it really was a scam the whole time, that makes me feel some kind of way too because I felt it. And not only did I feel it, but it made me react. You know what I mean? It
Okay.
made me want to say something, and then to find out it wasn't real. Now I felt like, like almost as if my goodwill has been compromised. You
That's
know,
why that's why I said earlier, when you feel emotion, you just let yourself feel it and let it go. Because where I was heading earlier with the whole psychopath empath thing, in my opinion, because they say you are not born a psychopath. All right. So if empaths also feel emotion, and that's something that you're born with, all right. So what makes a person a psychopath is that cutoff of always feeling the emotion and not wanting to feel it anymore. What's the best way to not want to feel it anymore? To not care.
right?
All right.
Deny
So
its existence.
exactly. So they're having their own little shadow game within themselves. All right. Because I don't give a fuck what you say, people. I've watched a lot of shit with psychopaths talking on camera and interviews. You can see the true pain in their eyes. Like I think it's because a lot of people don't like kind of like a dog, don't like to stare in these people's eyes. But you got to truly understand somebody. You got to stare in their eyes because everything else will lie to you. Like
That is true, man. Like,
so
you could tell everybody's story by looking them in the eye.
so you can either cut it off altogether and let it destroy you, or you can learn to embrace it and let it go, and it'll make you flourish. Or you can just let it to fucking destroy you, and you let it ruin you and make yourself constantly depressed because you're constantly feeling someone else's emotions. Because at a certain point, even as an empath, you got to realize someone else's problems is their problems. Just because I
That's a
come
tough one to swallow.
just because I come crying to you doesn't mean I want you to save me. Sometimes I just want to cry to you. Sometimes I don't even want someone to give me their opinion. I just want you to sit there and just listen to me.
Exactly.
Because to be honest with you, I'm the type of person, I want to figure it out myself. So when you start telling me what to do, it just pisses me off even more. It's like, yo, just shut the fuck up and let me talk. you know? But that's why I can't talk to certain people about situations. Because certain people don't just sit there and let me talk. They want to, oh, well, you should try to do this. You should try to do that. Well, maybe I should just figure it out myself. And you know what I mean? Because it's like the whole concept of using Google to figure out how to spell a word. You don't remember it. But when when you went up to your mom and said, hey, mom, how do you spell this? And she said, look in the dictionary. You remembered how to spell it. Something about looking at all those other words that made you feel like an idiot because that wasn't the right word made you remember this is how I spell it. I don't want to have to do this again. Maybe sometimes the hard road is the good road. Like I told you, like I think I'd say this to you the other night, man. If I was a weaker person, I wouldn't be here today. Like my pain that I felt in my life is literally my greatest gift because That's what gives me the ability, if we were to sit down and have a one-on-one conversation, to be able to actually help somebody. Because yeah, I may be a blunt asshole with it and just tell you, yo, straight out, I'm gonna let you talk, I'm gonna let you go, and I will respectfully tell you, you're being an idiot most of the time. You know what I mean? If you got played, I'll let you know, yeah, you got played. You should feel some type of way. I would feel some type of way too, but what you gonna do to change it? That's how I would come at you. Because yeah, not everything's your fault, but what you gonna do to change it now? That's what matters.
For every action, there's a reaction. If you
Exactly.
choose not to react, then stop bitching about it.
And sometimes people, no response is the loudest response.
True.
All right. Sometimes if you're willing just to sit back and say nothing, that says more about your character than anything. If you're willing just to sit back and let your homeboy or your mom or your dad or your brother, your sister, anybody feel like they have nothing and nowhere to go, then you are fucked up as a person. Like you weren't, we live for us, but you were put here for everybody else.
Absolutely.
Like,
We're here to build each other up and coexist.
exactly. Like, we're all one
Why
tribe, man.
why not instead of be envious of one man's prosperity, why not join together and we all be prosperous?
Like, yo, I seen this thing on Facebook, right? There was this Indian chief, and he was talking about how before the white man came to the country, we had no jails because we had no thieves. Like, we we had no, like, we didn't have any like social, no social security or rent or anything like that, because if you didn't have a house, you didn't have a blanket, you didn't have a horse, you didn't have food, we as a tribe, we provided it for you. We looked out for you. We made sure that you had it. Somewhere down the line, we lost all that. Because, like, I'm going to tell you right now, there wouldn't be a white race if they never acted like that, too. So it's not a race thing. It's not a Native American thing. It's not a Jamaican thing. It's not an African thing. It's nothing like that. It's legitimately a human thing that we've all lost the trait for.
There's no respect anymore.
Like I said it before and I'll say it again, there ain't no reason for one man to own three houses. You can't
Now
live
you're
in three
just being a
houses at
dick.
once. Exactly. All right. I'm sorry. I understand you
Give
got
one of those
money.
away.
I'll give two of them away. You only need one house. What you need two houses for?
Well, depends on the location. What if you had one house in Alaska and another house in Hawaii?
Motherfucker, pick a state. And then when you go to the other one, get a hotel,
No, I thought we were talking about if we were wealthy enough to do that. I'm just saying that if I was
which is
wealthy enough,
which
I'd
which is also another problem. There shouldn't be that big of a dynamic that one person should be able to afford to be able to live in Alaska and Hawaii, but you got this
they're
person
a lot
living.
closer to each other than people would imagine.
That's not the point. Hawaii is crazy expensive, and so is in Alaska. So it's so because it's so cut off. Everything's so expensive in Alaska. So, because you got to pay taxes to get it there, so all that export tax to get it there, and then you got to go through Canada to get everything there mainly, unless you go by sea or land, or I mean sea or air, you know what I meant. But you got this person living in downtown Detroit, working three jobs at like 90 hours a week that can barely afford their rent. That shit ain't fair, bro. Because nine times out of ten, this dude that's living in Hawaii and Alaska might work 40 weeks a year. And then the work that he's doing isn't work that we're doing. You know what I'm saying? his work sitting in an office signing checks.
Right.
Which I get it. Some of you guys worked hard to get there, but a lot of you, that shit was generational wealth. Some of you, especially nowadays, a lot of that shit was passed down. Your daddy worked hard to get that business, and then he just handed it down to you. So you didn't really yeah, you had to learn the job, but you didn't have to put in all the work everybody else did. You just get what I'm saying? It's just the division of you shouldn't be able to profit off of what someone else knows.
Yeah.
Like,
One thing that has definitely happened in this world is there's no more originality.
well, no, because you know what I mean, even down to us, what we're doing is not really original. It's been done before.
Right. Yep. Just the content changes.
You know, it's just we have a different view from a lot of people. Some people can handle it, some people can't. But if you can, like and describe people, hit
We
that
love y'all.
notification bell.
Bing bing.
I don't know. That's all I really got, man. Fucking help other people out. When you see the pain in someone else's eyes, say something. And take accountability for your actions and do something about it. Change the energy. Don't let the energy consume you.
Be a good person. Practice being a good person.
I mean, you can still be a shit person while being a good person.
No, man. There's no need to be a shit person.
Listen, the world needs assholes.
We got tons of them.
Exactly, and we are needed. Come on, Pat. You can't tell me some of the best football coaches you had in your life are not the ones that came up, smacked you on your back of your head, and said, "What the fuck did you just do that for?"
Nah. Nope.
No?
So the best football coach I ever had was the guy that was belly flopping in the mud puddle with the rest of the team.
Yeah, see, I didn't like those kind of guys. It didn't seem authentic.
But those kind of guys tell me I'm not one of those do as I say, not as I do kind of people. If I tell you I'm going to do something, it's because I believe in it and I'm going to show you.
So you're saying that I'm not that type of person because I'm an asshole, and I'm the type of person I'll smack you on the back of the head and tell you, "What the fuck did you just do that for? Why are you being an idiot?"
No, I'm just saying, like, not
Because
everybody has the same kind of
because
concept.
because I'm pretty sure that if I tell you I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. That's why I'm willing enough to smack you on the back of your head and tell you, look at you and feel confident enough to say, "Dude, you're being a fucking dumbass." Because I take
Right.
accountability.
Right. But I don't know.
See, I caught you in a pickle, didn't I?
See, because I don't think swatting you isn't going to do anything either.
That's just really that's more of just the
No,
attention.
don't get me wrong. Don't
It's
get me
the
wrong when I say
attention
this.
grabber.
When somebody needs ass whooping, by all means,
No, see
oblige.
that
Because some people
I think that might
do
be the
need ass
misconception.
whipping.
I think that might be the misconception. When I say pop you on the back of the head, I literally don't mean the ass whooping. I literally just you remember when you were growing up, maybe your dad didn't do it, or your grandpa, or your uncle, or you just come up and just that little one time in the back of the head, like, boy, what you doing? Like, I don't mean like whoop your kid's ass, because I do that to my kid all the time. Just a little, what are you doing, man? Because it's an attention grabber. Like, what? Oh, man. Because it's kind of like the concept of you got to touch the stove to know what's hot. So that little, real quick of what are you doing? It lets them know that, oh, you know.
Yeah, I guess I get what you're saying.
And
I got the
sometimes,
knowledge knob.
and sometimes it's not even a literal pop on the back of the head. Sometimes it's just a, boy, what the fuck you doing? You know, you got to get real loud, real quick, so they get that little jolt. You know, something to grab their attention, so that
Yo,
you know
that's what I usually do.
my message is received. You know, because eye contact is very important.
Absolutely.
Because most of the time, if you're not looking at me,
You're not paying attention.
you're just thinking about
Period.
what you're going to say next. How am I going to get out of it? That's another thing people focus too hard on, is how am I going to get out of it? Maybe you shouldn't focus on how you're going to get out of it. Maybe you should just focus on what am I going to do today to make today go okay. Just take it one step at a time. Don't worry about how you're going to get out of it. Just get out of it.
No. Eventually, all things work out.
Exactly. You just keep pushing forward and keep trying. Because I'm guaranteed if you keep trying, eventually something's going to happen. All right. Like there's that guy in prison right now that has tried breaking out of jail for like 15, 20 times now, probably. But he still keeps on trying because he believes one day he's eventually going to get out. Don't let him have more motivation than you. Because I guarantee you that is not a person that's sitting there taking crying pity for everything. He's sitting there saying, all right, I got to get myself out of this pickle. You know what I'm saying?
Just moments. You take them for what they are, and then you move forward. I like to say what it is a lot. It is what it is.
And if it's your significant other that you see that's looking like this and you don't say nothing, and you don't say nothing because you don't know what to say, just tickle their balls, metaphorically and realistically.
Right? If you see your girlfriend, wife, whatever, they're they're feeling some kind of way about something. There ain't nothing a good old slap on the ass don't help bring a smile. I'm just saying. Smack
We
her
both,
ass. Go like this. Go bing bing on the nipple. You know. I mean, that's what I do with my wife, and it seems to make her smile every time. So whatever. Gets them
either is,
focused. It gets them out of whatever they were in. It just disappears. Now all of a sudden, they're getting attention
yeah.
in a positive way.
You know, there's actually a scientific fact to this, that if you are feeling depressed or down and a person you love engages in a hug, that your body starts to relieve all these endorphins and the depression will actually start to subside. Sometimes just giving that person a hug is all they need, man.
Dude, you don't gotta tell me, man. I'm the biggest
But
hugger known to mankind.
but I'm gonna tell you right now, keep your fucking hands off me. Don't hug me. I don't play that shit.
Oh, come on, Joe.
No, the only people I hug are my kids, and
And
that's
me.
it. I don't think I give you a hug.
We hug every time we see each other, Joe.
I think we do the little dap and we do like the shoulder bump, but I don't hug you.
It's an embrace. It's a hug.
That's not a hug.
It is, dude. You'll
That's not
see.
a hug.
One day
A
we'll be able
hug,
to hang out
a
again.
hug, a hug is when you take two hands and just do like this. That's a hug.
Are you sure? I've
I'm
never done it
positive.
before.
See, but when you go like this with the one hand and you cup and you just shoulder, that's not a hug.
With the pat on the back and everything.
That's why gangsters do it.
I'm not a gangster.
I was just saying that's why they do it, because it's not gay. Because you can't give another man a hug.
That's just a stereotype. I hug everybody, man. I don't care who it is. I'll hug them all.
Yeah, but we've already known that you're a little funny.
I'm not funny. I just love everybody. There's a difference.
There's a little sugar in that boy's tank.
A little sugar in the boys tank.
There's a little sugar in that boy's tank.
Like I'm sweet.
Yep.
I am sweet.
Yeah, see, people, he admitted it. There's sugar in his tank.
No, I'm just sweet.
Hey, if you say it fast enough, it kind of sounds like I'm saying there's sugar on your tank.
A little bit.
People
That's why I had
are
to say
like,
it at least twice.
damn, man, how does he know his tank tastes like sugar?
That's
I
weird,
knew
man.
I knew these motherfuckers were weird.
I knew it, damn cousin fucking bastards. That's what they are.
Mm-hmm. Talking about they from New York. They ain't from New York City.
No, they're talking about out near the cornfields, New York.
That's right. Where we get salt potatoes cheap. I don't even like salt potatoes, man. I don't see how you guys think that's appetizing. Let's just throw a bunch of salt on it.
Right. Some not fully ripe yet potatoes.
Like salt
Boiled
and
in
butter
salt.
and then dunked in butter. Just like lobster, if you have to dunk your food in butter, it does not taste good. Let's just go ahead and put this on the table. All right.
Mm.
All right. That is not good food. Like do know lobster's like the trash of the ocean, right? They used to give it to fucking prisoners and slave. It was just, the peasant food as they called it.
Bottom feeder.
Yeah. Like, and now it's like a delicacy. Think about that.
Yeah, because it's illegal to kill all the big stuff and eat it anymore.
Bro, you think the Queen of England's eating lobster?
No,
No.
she's probably eating like a rack of lamb or some shit.
She got whale.
Some pickled pig's feet.
She ordered some orca at dinner with a side of some reindeer.
And unicorn cupcakes.
Yep. We had stuffed penguin last night. It was amazing. So if you guys got any thoughts about, whatever you said, you want to call me a heartless asshole, anything, just leave it down in the comments right before you like and subscribe. Sorry, I'm just smoking a lot today.
Yeah.
It was a hard loss last night, man. Tyler Hinchke played pretty well. I feel like we kind of got
Heineke.
Yeah, I want to see if you knew.
It's Heineke.
Yeah, no, I wanted to see if you
told
knew.
you.
Because you kept
I
on
told
calling
you
him Heineken.
I know, because I said if he makes a name for himself, I'll remember his name by the end of the game or not.
Oh, he
And let me
did.
tell you what,
He
he played
did.
a game.
They're already
That dude
talking.
balled out.
They're already talking about who's going to snag him up. He's already saying he wants to stay in Washington. I hope they're stupid. I hope they're not stupid enough to let him go, man. Like I told you, man, he reminds me a little bit of Doug Flutie. He's kind of small. He's got that quick, just elusiveness. There was one play in particular that made me think of it, man, because the pocket completely collapsed on him, and he had both ends and one defensive tackle in his face, and he just did one of these and darted out to the left. That touchdown run. That just made me think Doug Flutie. But that was totally a catch and fumble for a 5-yard gain out of bounds. Would have completely changed the play call. He probably wouldn't have took that 10-yard sack. We would have been at least in field goal position. What he did this all season long, and I really never understood it. Why are you calling all your timeouts before the 2-minute warning? and not even a good time, like a couple seconds before the 2 minute warning. There was still 4 minutes left, and you called all three of your timeouts. And then you had a play before the 2 minute warning that you could have challenged, but you had no timeouts left. Why do you not leave yourself at least one timeout and a 2 minute warning? You used all your timeouts on defense.
Tell somebody. Write them an email. Give them a shout out. Tell them to watch
Well,
safety meeting.
After the last episode, I don't think they're going to listen to me, man. I was embarrassing. I think after the Steelers make a comeback, if they made a comeback, I don't really know. Nope. Browns won 48-37. So I went 2 for 4. I don't think they're listening to me. It was just disappointing, man. Like the defense is what's
I
been
went what?
5-1.
5-1. I really thought Tennessee was going to win, man.
So didn't I. Like, honestly, Tennessee is my backup team. So now I'm completely out of teams in the playoffs. So I don't care who wins. I'm just going to root for Aaron Rodgers because it's Aaron Rodgers. Definitely not rooting for them.
Good time to be alive.
But I don't know about you, Pat, but I'm feeling kind of safe.
Yeah.
Feeling like
hopeful.
there's new energy that's passing through.
Feeling hopeful because I know that tomorrow will be a new day.
And I think I should say this before we leave. There is, I don't know offhand right now, but I will put it in the description. There are plenty of hotlines that you can call if you ever feel like you are suicidal and you are at that point. Like, you may not be someone physically that you can talk to, but talking to someone's better than talking to nobody. And these people are just meant there to just listen.
Dead ass. I'll listen to you.
So won't I. Like,
you don't even got to jump on and show your face. I'll listen. We figured it out. We'll talk.
So
everybody needs somebody.
It's just a moment in your life. It'll pass. It's not worth ruining it. Because every person that survives a suicide attempt will tell you, especially the ones that like jump off of bridges and everything like that, the moment that their hands leave that rail, they knew they fucked up. They instantly regretted it. They didn't want to die. Just live to fight another day.
Because there is another day.
Maybe, you know, tomorrow may not be a better day. The day after may not be a better day. But you know what? A year from now, 2 years from now, you're going to look back at that day and realize that was the day that changed your life.
Yep. It was on that day, without realizing it, you got tired of it being the way that it is and you decided to change it.
Exactly. For me, it was November 2nd of 2006. That day, I realized I could no longer be the person that was just, listen, I was the type of person I was willing to run up in your house and take anything you had just to do it. You know, I wanted you to feel the pain that I was feeling. That was the day I realized I couldn't live my life like that. Like, I may not stop and give a homeless person money because, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't want you to take my money and use it for drugs. I'm that type of person. I'm not gonna help you in your downfall. But I'm the type of person, I'll help you in your come up. I will help you realize your true potential. Maybe that's what I'm here for. I don't know. But I'm not gonna help you in your downfall. Even if it means I gotta be a blunt asshole about it. I'm only a blunt asshole because I want you to succeed.
And when he's done being blunt, I'll help pick you back up.
Hey, man,
I'll help you readjust. I'll give you a pat on the ass and let you go.
there's a reason why they're assholes in boot camp, man.
Because there's no vagina.
Ha! Inspires change.
You see what I did there?
It inspires change, bro. Motivation is key. Sometimes you gotta light that fire in someone's belly.
Absolutely. I've
But
been
you
there
know what?
before.
You know what? You know why most people get angry about things? It's another scientific thing. Another thing that I picked up from a random documentary somewhere. Like most cases, the act of anger comes from the simple fact of not understanding the situation. Like not the fact that you're stupid or you're ignorant and you just can't comprehend what's going on, but like you literally don't understand why that person would say that, or you don't understand why they would do that. Like so it would which in change causes you to get angry at this person. So in a lot of these moments of rage, if you would just realize you're only pissed off right now because you're too ignorant to understand what's going on, you're not normally as pissed off anymore.
Hmm.
Sometimes you got to stop back and look like, how little stupid do I look right now, spazzing out? And if you look like a moron, probably should stop spazzing out. But if you look justified, continue fucking shit up, bro. There's places for that, man. There's places you can go and pay money and they'll let you fucking break whatever you want. TVs, plates. Just go in there and smash some shit. Get out that fucking rage.
Rage. It is the dying of the light.
Yeah.
That's all I got for that.
But I don't know about you, buddy, but I'm feeling safe. I think this is a great time to sign off.
Yeah. If anybody liked anything tonight, like we always tell you, you want to talk about some shit. That's what we're here for. We appreciate the fact that y'all tune in, continue to keep tuning in. We appreciate the love, appreciate the support.
Always.
It's because of people like you is the reason why we're doing what we're doing. It's never been about us. It's always been about you. And sometimes people in life just need a fresh perspective. Here we are. And we love y'all. Make sure to stay safe.
Peace
Make sure
out.
to be good. Be good to each other. Peace.
I like it when you smile. It makes me happy. I'm like, hey, look at that. Who's my friend?